the episode.
And that's going to get cut.
Huh?
That's going to get cut.
You hope. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to The Subject Matter. I'm your host, Stephen Jenkins, here with your co-host, Mr. Jonathan Dayton, and our special guest, Mr. Aiden Sensebaugh. We are experts in nothing, here to give you our thoughts and opinions on all of it. Aiden, you weren't on Season 3.
I wasn't.
You weren't on Season 3.
Trevor was.
Trevor was on Season 3. We tried to have you on Season 3, but you said no, because you had bigger and better things to do. Apparently, I don't know what could possibly be more interesting than this.
Skydiving, Rocky Mountain climbing. Riding the bull for 2.7 seconds, named Fu Manchu. I don't know.
Well, now I'm insulted. But, yeah, so we're back, and I think this means that you and Trevor are now tied again or something like that.
Yes.
Or you're ahead by one. We always say we're going to count, and then I did count the last time we recorded the episode, and then I forgot.
Here, and
Aiden has this many, and Trevor has this many, and now you know. So, Aiden, where have you been the last little bit? What's new in your life?
So what do you want to define as a little bit? Because it has been, 9 months now? I've been back for 9 months from that event.
Yes.
But I've also been at college.
You also haven't been back here.
Okay, that's true.
So, start from the 9 months ago.
Okay, so in May of 2022, I set out on a journey. It's a mystical journey. And what are you doing with the mic?
He's adjusting your audio.
Oh, okay.
The audio is very important to him.
Okay. Yeah.
Sue me.
I hope Kyler's watching this.
We'll see. We'll see. He hasn't talked about episodes in a while.
Oh, man. Anyways, I was on a mystical journey to a place that was, let's just say, I call it misery. I mean, it's called Missouri. I'm sorry. And it was a good time. It was interesting, and I was there for my country, or what's required out of me to serve my country. How about that? Yeah, okay. Does that make sense? You go ahead and follow up with your questions then.
So you went to basic training.
I did go to basic training. There we go. In Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
The National Guard?
Yes.
Space
Army. I wish.
Space Force?
I wasn't smart enough.
Was Steve Carell there?
No,
he wasn't there? Okay. All right. Well, tell us about basic training.
It was so hot. It was so hot. But other than that, it was a great time. I really enjoyed it. I can't say enough about it. I mean, there was so much that happened, so much that didn't happen as well that should have happened. But, regardless of that.
Okay.
Met a lot of people. It is a great opportunity to meet people from not just throughout the entire country, but the entire world, honestly. In reception / intake or whatever, I bunked with this guy from Nigeria. His name's Ari. Great guy. You'd think he's 28. He was 40, shredded at 40. And he had tons of words of wisdom and everything. And unfortunately, we got split up in our company whenever we got to actual training. But we still talked here and there when we had the chance and stuff. I still talk to a few guys from there. Like Ari, I've kept slightly in touch with, but my bunkmate, I still keep in touch with him. Mm-hmm. And like I said, you meet people from all over. There was people from Africa. There was people from Europe. There was people from Asia. I mean, you name it, there was probably a person from there. I don't think we had a representative from each state, but we were pretty close to it.
Okay.
A lot of people from Tennessee, good many from California, specifically the northern part. There's 2 from southern. But, yeah. You want to have any other questions that I can kind of build on? I don't know.
Favorite part?
Yeah,
favorite part. We cleaned a lot, but that wasn't necessarily my favorite part. Favorite?
But freeze just a moment. I gotta interject you just a second. You like stuff neat and tidy, so
I
feel like that is in your wheelhouse.
Yep.
Well, yeah, and that's kind of why I was the Bay dictator that was ruled over by the other Bay president. It's a long story, but
Okay.
yeah.
I get it.
Yep.
I see where you're going there. Yeah.
So the bays were split, just to elaborate on that. The bays were split. There's a hallway here. There's a bay. There's a bay. I was Bay dictator of this one. And then there was a democracy that was ran over here. And then that democracy bled over to here. And he still allowed me to be a dictator, but also there was a democracy element. And let's just say that my bay was a great bay. It was ran fantastic. There was no issues. And that's where all the fun happened. We had Fight Club. We had... Oh, I shouldn't be saying all this stuff. But yeah, my bay was the best bay, and it was a good dictatorship, not a bad one.
Okay.
Another interjection. So that whole spiel there was a good commentary. I like the narrative. Sounds great. But does anyone here, maybe Steve, more question for Steven, do you realize who he sounded like very similar to and with the hand motions that he was using?
No, I didn't pick up on that at all, Jonathan.
When you rewatch this,
I didn't pick up on it at all.
You're going to have to, yeah.
You should have made it more obvious next time.
Oh.
He might not even know
Oh.
who he sounded just like them.
You mean the blonde guy?
Yeah, the blonde guy.
The orange blonde guy,
Blonde
yeah.
guy. It was just like...
Oh, great.
The orange blonde guy.
And we've made a political reference, and we're not even 5 minutes in.
It's true. But, I mean, it's a neutral political reference.
That's right, that's right.
Because we're just talking about an impression.
That's right, that's right.
Neither supporting nor not supporting anything
Exactly.
specific.
Because I am neutral.
Unlike the last time we recorded this episode.
No comment.
And you have a couple of things you want to talk about this episode, I believe. So what would you like to talk about? You filled us in on where you have been. Now, fill us in on where you are and where you're going.
Okay, so I returned from Missouri.
You made that joke already. That's
I'm
sloppy.
sorry. It's a good joke. I
sloppy.
say it a lot.
It's
all right?
It
was awful.
All right.
The weather was awful. I hated the drive back, but now I'm going back into that. Anyways,
Okay.
I had 7 days when I returned, and then I was off to what I like to call Ram Ranch, or Shepherd University, as it's actually known. Mm-hmm. And I'm studying business.
Don't Google Ram Ranch.
Don't do that.
Don't
do that.
Don't. I'm saying don't in an effort to get people to actually mean it. Don't.
Yeah, don't do that. It's a bad idea. It's a really bad idea.
You can continue your thought now that I interrupted.
I was staring at the cameras.
I know what you were doing. I'm telling you to continue. We gotta keep this moving. Last time was
It was moving.
It was moving.
It was
moving. It was the direction that things were moving.
Anyways, so I'm studying business. I'm double majoring, business with a focus in marketing, and then economics as well. So I'm really excited about that. I'm leaning more towards economics now because I just enjoy that a lot more. And
do you?
Yeah.
I can see where you would.
Now, granted,
I never liked econ though.
I've had more classes for economics than I have my actual like business admin major.
Makes sense.
So I haven't had the marketing aspect as much.
So you're moving more. So like you're moving more towards economics more than business, or
if you
more
were to
than
say
marketing?
like if you were to interview me and say like what do you say you specialize in, sir? I'd probably say I'm more economics at the moment than I am marketing.
Okay, I couldn't tell which one you were replacing.
But I
as
hope
business
that
or marketing.
equals out or kind of leans back the other way.
You do strike me more as an econ person more than a marketing person.
Yeah, I love the Wolf of Wall Street.
Which just makes sense to me. Yeah.
Not that he had an economics degree, but
I haven't seen it, so he's talking about a reference to a movie that surprisingly I haven't seen.
Yeah, okay.
Ironically enough, I watched snippets of it today on TikTok. Okay. Literally today.
One of my favorite films.
Okay. Well, we lost the logo. Now we're back. I said back a second ago, but we weren't actually back. Aiden, continue what you were saying about where you're going now.
Where did we leave off? I'm sorry.
Something about
business.
Wolf of Wall Street, and then
or Econ Pro.
I have a poster of the Wolf of Wall Street in my dorm room.
I saw on your snap today.
I send snaps of it a lot because I'm always like standing kind of in the background. That or my Ferris Bueller poster or my Back to the Future poster. Probably my top 3 films, if I'm being honest.
Which Back to the Future, if I may ask?
Number 1, but number 2 is actually my favorite.
Same.
But number 1's the masterpiece. So.
Okay. Just wanted to double check there.
No one can fight me on that either. I mean, number 2 is a great film. It's more like entertaining, but number 1's the masterpiece. I
I'm gonna be careful because I'll go on a tangent about Back to the Future myself.
Let's not do that.
And I agree with you, which will make it even worse.
Yeah.
So
Part 3.
it's fine. It's fine.
It's
no,
all right.
no time. We have no time for Back to the Future, which is ironic. Anyway, you continue. You continue what you were saying about where you're going because we got on another tangent and we got sidetracked.
Okay. So where am I going? I'm going into my sophomore year. But before that, I'm kind of not even getting a break. I'm not getting my summer vacation like everyone else does because I have to go back to training again. I didn't fail basic. I don't know how you could fail basic. I have to go for my job training, which is called AIT, and that will be about 9 weeks. I'm shipping May 11th. Yes, May 11th, and I'll be in Fort Jackson, one of the Carolinas. I'm not sure which one.
Okay.
And
probably north or
I
south.
think it's, yeah, probably
South. I think it's south. It's in Jacksonville. Or right? Is that a city? I don't
He
know.
didn't pick up on that, but
No,
I
he didn't.
most
It's
certainly
okay.
What?
did. It'll be in either north or south.
Carolina.
I don't get it.
It's okay. Continue.
Okay. I feel stupid.
Well, you should.
Did I miss a reference?
It's an
Okay.
anti joke.
But it was just never mind.
It's an anti joke. It's like saying I think that Christmas is on the 25th this year.
It is on the 25th.
That's
That's the.
oh gosh.
Anyways, I'll be away for 9 weeks, and it's honestly how it's been described as AIT for most support MOSs, and that's what I am. That's your job. It's kind of like Army college. So I'm just leaving college in Shepherd to go to Army College in Fort Jackson. So I think it's going to be a fun time. It's kind of
fun.
yeah, it'll be all right. I get my weekends off.
That's good.
Should somewhat have my phone. I'm not exactly sure how that works. It depends on the company you're in. But I at least get my laptop or a laptop so I can send emails and not snail mail. So
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that snail mail was a thing last year.
yeah.
So, Aiden, you mentioned Shepherd. You mentioned, going to school in the summer, which is, I think, unique. At Shepherd, though, something else you do besides study is you're a runner, correct?
Yes.
Cross country.
Yep, cross country.
Development thing.
Predominantly cross country.
Cardio dude is what I call you.
Yeah, that works. We're doing track, so we have a few track meets coming up, but we're not sanctioned. So we're not we can't compete in conference or anything like that. So we're in the PSAC conference.
Your school actually made the news the other day.
Did we?
Not you specifically, but your school did. Your quarterback of the football team did.
Oh, yes, because he went to the draft.
Yeah, I went to the combine.
The NFL combine draft thingy. Yes. Fantastic, fantastic player. And I've heard a lot about him. He's supposedly a fantastic guy, too. So.
Awesome. Okay, back to your cross country.
But yeah, so we have 3 track meets. I'm feeling pretty confident in my abilities. I think I'll be quite strong for the season. Hoping to get some PRs. And then cross country starts in the fall. I'll be back in time to start training for that. And just rinse and repeat from there, pretty much. I run, what do we run? We run 8Ks predominantly and then 10Ks for conference. So I found that I prefer the 10K now. And high school used to run 5Ks, so it's a big jump. But I prefer the 10K.
Interesting.
What I race the best. So
Interesting.
yeah.
I'm not a runner.
No.
Sprinting, sure. Running, distance, no, me.
Mm-mm.
Track,
No,
I could
agree.
do. I could do track. I could do hurdles. I could do sprints. That wouldn't bother me, but I can't do distance.
I was a great hurdler in high school too.
Are you?
There's a video out there of me doing the shuttle hurdles. They never put me on the team because I was just too good. Like I showed everyone up. So they always kept me in reserves in case someone went down. And I think I had to do it twice, maybe one. I know absolutely once, but I might have done it twice, and I was spectacular.
It's those long legs of yours.
Yeah. I was one of the best shuttle hurdlers Frankfurt High School has ever seen.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
It's I mean, we had a experience going to your college back in October.
Yeah.
That was quite funny because we said, I don't remember the exact times, but we said, hey, we're going to be meeting around 5:30. And because you said that's when your practice ended.
Typically does, yes.
And we get there and we're we give him a 15-minute window because, you think practice ends at 5:30. Give him a little bit of time. So it was 5:45 and we hadn't heard from him. So we text, hey, we're here. Where you at?
I'm on a run, so.
Silence for well over an hour.
Yeah.
And we traipsed around through
Some stores.
the stores, and we also traipsed around through the college itself,
Which was nice.
which was a great campus. And then we finally, through sheer detective work
Dumb
of him
luck.
and I. No, I think
No,
it was
not
pretty
definitely-
smart,
it was
is what it
pretty smart,
was.
yeah.
I mean, to be fair, the smart was just walk to the PE
Athletic
center.
building center thing.
But
yeah.
still, we did manage to find you because we found your coach's office, and we got there. And the look on his face when we're just standing there because he's still running. This is like almost 2 hours later.
I'm literally
And
like
he's,
coming in.
like sprinting, or not? I guess you're jogging or whatever.
I was a surgeon there at the end, probably. I was
And
coming in.
you
and I
had,
look
like,
over,
another-
and I saw his shoes. He was wearing like these confetti shoes, and you got a compliment from my teammate on
did.
those
You
shoes
did.
too.
Yes, that's right.
I saw the
didn't get a
confetti
compliment for my
shoes and this
shoes.
tall guy, and I looked and I saw you, and then I saw Steve, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, it was funny, and then then you had another lap to do, and then you came back. But
Yep.
the bewilderment on your face that we found you.
Great.
It was a fun little hike.
And I don't think I realized what time it was either.
And your classmates are lazy because they wanted to take the bus clear across campus, which was like maybe half a mile.
Yeah, they
at
told us that
most.
we need to take the bus with
Because it's
them
too long to walk.
across campus, and we said that we would just try to walk across campus.
This is
Who-
odd. Not your actual
okay.
classmates,
Your
just
classmates.
I
like
was about to say my suite mate does not like almost refuses to ride the
No.
public transportation or the EPTA, the RAM, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, that's not what I was referring to. But
It was a good time.
it was good. The restaurant we ate at was good
Great dinner.
too.
Yep.
Yeah, what was the restaurant again?
Lila's.
Not a sponsor, but they could
Probably
be.
could be, yeah.
They could be.
Yeah.
They could be.
Small business. Yep. Shepherdstown, West Virginia. Check it out.
Yeah, you'll make sure you put money in meters or park where you're supposed to park or you'll get a ticket.
This man has gotten like
Twice.
2 or 3 tickets on trips that I've been with him.
Yep.
And you got a ticket.
The other day,
Steven, I get so
Something.
many tickets. I just shelled out $120 in tickets.
Why?
$120 in tickets.
How fast were you going?
Okay, so let me just
A
say,
speeding ticket?
I'm sorry, Marylanders. Speed cam.
It doesn't matter.
Listen,
Irrelevant.
cops love me, all right? You put me... Oh, the screen went off again.
The logo doesn't love you.
Okay. I get pulled over by an actual officer. I'm not getting a ticket. Not happening.
Says that he leaves here.
We'll
I-
update you if that happens.
My buddy lives right over there. I'll call him and tell him. Literally, you can see his car sitting in his driveway.
And then, so in Washington County, Maryland, awful state you all live in. You're like borderline communists.
Speed cameras going both ways on I-68.
Yeah.
Which you know that are there. You have plenty of advance warning. You know you should slow down to 60 miles per hour.
Was it night? I can. At
It
least give
wasn't
you
even that one. It's not on the interstate. It's so Sharpsburg's right outside of Shepherdstown, and that's pretty much the only way you can get in.
Oh, going past the school.
Yeah. So that one, I was almost late to class. I was heading back to class in the morning from coming from home, and I went through there. They only ticket you at 12 miles or above, so I went through at 12 miles per hour above the speed limit, which was 25. There were no kids. There was no kids. All right, there were no kids present outside. Anyways, the second one, this happened at like 9 p.m. I don't even know exactly where it is, and I wanted to challenge this one. I think I was coming out of Crumpy's. On Potomac Street there in
Crumpy's
Hagerstown.
Donuts
Yes,
in Hagerstown. Not a
fantastic donuts.
sponsor, but they could be.
They've been in business since the 40s.
What
40s.
surprised me
really?
that you went to
30s.
What surprised me when you went to Crumpy's? Like, I didn't realize you went to Crumpy's so often.
Oh, I go to Crumpy's all the time. My
Okay,
aunt lives
cool, yeah.
like 5 minutes from there.
Crumpy's. Okay,
Yeah.
continue.
Anyways, Potomac Street, I think it was, and I got a ticket there.
Camera?
Yep, speed camera. Yep, speed camera. And then I also got another parking ticket. Didn't
What's all
pay
that?
it immediately, so
$10.
that went up to 25. Actually, might have been 30. And that's all my tickets currently. I'm sure there will be more parking tickets, and I'm awaiting more speed cam tickets, potentially.
So knock on wood, I've never got a speed cam ticket ever.
Yeah.
Because they give you plenty of advance warning to let you know.
It's true.
Slow
Speed
down.
cams ahead.
You have a fancy car that also like beeps at you, like that there's a speed camera ahead.
I mean, if
That's just Google.
It's just Google.
Just put up
I
Google
don't
on your
need to
phone.
use Google.
Well, clearly you do.
I know how to navigate.
But regardless, you should know now where they're at.
Oh, I do now. And
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
he's getting parking tickets. The two places we went, maybe more. I thought there was a third one, but maybe
I'm a
not.
fantastic driver.
And
just
also,
for
meanwhile,
clarification.
I have in the last 2 years driven through an Easy Pass lane sign thing without showing my sign, like my pass, and not gotten a ticket.
I don't exactly know how
Parked.
those work.
Parked
Well, I'll explain that in a minute.
in what was it?
Is it-
Bethany Beach. No, Bethany Beach. Paid parking.
Okay.
Forgot to pay. Didn't get a ticket. And just this past week, with Jonathan, I had lunch. Forgot to pay again, and also didn't get a ticket. So I'm sure we will all be getting tickets within the next 24 hours.
So I have a beef about Easy Pass. So
Okay.
You can buy Easy Pass, you can put it in your car, you can go through and just drive straight through wherever it is, whatever Easy Pass accepts.
Yes.
So all the toll roads, bridges. All
That's
that
what I know. That's kind of where my
But
knowledge
They
is.
used to have. So if you didn't have Easy Pass, there's usually a cash lane where you would pull in.
Yes.
You give them cash and you for that one trip through, and you could go on. And then during COVID, they put in like cashless booths. So you just drive through, take a picture of your license plate, then they'll send you a bill in the mail for like $6-7, whatever the fee would be. So they wouldn't have any tellers there handling money back and
Okay.
forth. So Maryland did that, and other states did it too. I've knock on wood, I'm gonna have a giant bill at some point in life, like, and I should because I use the service. But you drive through, it takes a picture. I've never got a bill
You've yet to receive it.
from any toll booth, and it's not that it's not illegal to drive straight through. There's nobody there. You drive through, it takes a picture, it sends you a bill. Never received a bill.
Wow.
And literally like 40 years of going through toll.
Like
places.
40 years, you're gonna owe like 10 grand or something.
So I don't know if there's like a statute of limitation there where it runs out. Like if they don't bill you, it's like a couple like 12 months. You don't have to pay anymore. I don't know. That's beef number one.
Or there's
Oh,
a
boy.
current warrant out for your arrest
Beef
for
number,
unpaid tickets.
maybe. Beef number two is the places that have the tolls where you put change in. You ever been to one of those places?
Yeah.
It's annoying because who goes through and drives up a road and it says $4.50 in change? Who? I was digging through cup holders and underneath my rug in my car trying to find change. The lady behind me in the car, I graciously said, "I'll give you if you have any like 15 cents on you so I can make the $4.50." And she did, and I put it in, and you could go. But like you couldn't put dollar bills in, you couldn't put fives in. No more from toll booth. You drive through. You drive through.
Card option?
No, you drive through. It's a penalty.
crazy.
It's literally only change.
I don't
Sounds like
understand.
the federal government.
Dear goodness.
So that's just my beef with Easy Passes. Is like if you're gonna have change, make it change cash or card. I don't mind paying it. If you're gonna bill me and take a picture, just bill me so I can actually pay it. And that's just my beef with Easy Pass is in general.
This is why our infrastructure is crumbling.
You know, this is more a question, like more of a debate for Aiden. So they get all this money and revenue in off these Easy Passes and toll booths. You
What do
ever
they
see
do
that
with
money
it?
Go back into the roads.
I don't know what they do with it.
I don't understand it.
Especially, so Pennsylvania is a great example. They have probably the most tolls everywhere.
Everywhere.
And
the
their roads are the absolute
Are
worst.
the worst.
Absolute worst. That's where I get confused. It's almost like, I don't know if this is a scam. I don't know what this is exactly.
Exactly, it is. Pennsylvania has.
Because
the
West
worst
Virginia
roads.
doesn't really have many easy passes. I think unless you go down to Charleston, and you know our back roads, they're back roads. Our main roads, they're all right, but the interstates that run through our state, they're pretty good for what they are.
Maybe you can explain this. Can you explain to me why our freeway, and this happens on multiple sections of our freeway at any given time,
Sure.
will just have like 2 or 3 miles of coned off sections for road work that won't start for like 3 months or something like that, and could be done in a weekend if they just did it.
Oh,
But
I-
They have
just
to meet
don't.
their budget, so I look at it as they have to pay all the workers their hourly wage for being there.
Well,
So then that's using up some of the
I
budget.
get setting the cone
Okay.
off the side of the road, but actually coning off areas of road that you're not
Right.
working
I'm
on
not referring to.
doesn't make sense to me.
I'm not referring to like when they're just like on the side of the road. I'm talking like when there's actual
I get it.
signs up that say road work
And
ahead,
nothing-
slow
nothing's
down,
going on.
and nothing's going
Yeah,
on.
I don't get that either. I also don't understand why they don't work at night or in times of the day that have less traffic because they most certainly can, except that their employees want to work those convenient hours.
Which is fair.
Which is fair. I have not necessarily a huge beef with that. The other thing that I would say is snow. Do you realize in Maryland, all this is probably public knowledge because salaries are all public knowledge and most government stuff is, if you dig deep enough, that the amount of snow plows we have in our area, like during snowstorms or like during snow squalls or during like...
Squaw!
Remind me, I'll tell you a story about that Addie told me tonight about snow squalls. Anyway, back to what I was saying.
I got snow blasted on a run the other day.
Did you? Really?
I did. So I just went out and it was cold. And I was like, well, it's not going to snow. It's just cold. So I was wearing shorts. That's fine. And I didn't have I had a hat on. I didn't have a toboggan on, so that sucked. So I went up 5 miles. It's fine. It was cold. But I start coming back down and it's flurry. And I'm like, whatever. So right about a quarter into like 5.25, that's where I was. Going into that, I just start getting blasted with snow. I get done my run, get back to the canal or the train station, and my front's just covered with snow. Yeah, and there was no snow on the ground.
Could have came in my office and warmed up.
Yeah.
Next time. Stop that.
Were you even there?
I don't know. What day was it?
Sunday.
Not Sunday.
No.
Anyway, just to finish up my quick rant here. All the snow plows that you see out on the snowstorms here in Western Maryland, not all of them are like owned by the state. They're contracted out. So we hire other companies and other people that have snow plows to do the plowing for us.
I think that's great.
It's not great. Usually
You're wrong.
Usually they're there when like there's no snow and you see them sitting on the side of the highway doing absolutely nothing. And it really irritates me when they know like after an hour of like a snowstorm, like if it's going to continue snowing or not. I'm not sure what he's laughing at.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention.
But we continue to pay them hundreds of dollars, $100 an hour to sit there and do absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
For hours on end, overnight, you're just sitting piled up on the side of the road, plowing absolutely nothing. But they're there, getting paid to sleep in their truck all night long. Nothing against the workers. I'm glad you're making money. It's the fact that we shouldn't be paying for services that we don't need at that time. And if someone could explain that to me, why we do
Let
this.
us know in the comment section what the actual reason.
If I was
Why we do
allowed
this.
to tie this into something else, I really would, but I can't.
I'm sure
you have
could go
many
with this.
things.
Yeah.
A lot deeper, but that's just my initial beef. And again, personal beef with how we spend money at a government level that is completely unnecessary. One of many, 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 many ways.
Fair enough. I've been trying to go this whole episode without saying fair enough, but I just failed.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Just failed.
All right.
Fair enough.
Wow, that's just amazing, Stephen. Just, wow.
This episode has gone
Not off the walls.
significantly better than the last time we did. I mean, every episode goes off the walls. We act
With
like
me,
it's surprising. Yeah. No, every episode goes off the walls.
Yeah, but I
pretty
mean,
much.
especially when you bring me up.
That's true.
True.
Admittedly, we say that every episode as if we're always surprised that that's the case.
Yep.
But, we shouldn't be
Nope.
by this point in the game.
Nope.
I don't know when this episode is going to be released. It will probably have been after the 50th episode, will be my guess. Which you may have
Congratulations.
made an appearance on. I actually don't know because he and I need to discuss that, but hope you enjoyed the 50th episode.
Might not be in my
special.
contract.
You have no contract.
I do have a contract.
Nor will you ever have a contract with this.
I had a contract with you. Don't say
You had a
that.
contract.
Don't lie to your
you
audience.
had a contract with me for you to appear in something.
It's a contract.
Huh? What?
Thank you for having me back, everyone. I appreciate it.
Oh gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna cut
This
that out
show
or
has
what.
no outro. Next time, we'll see you later. Thanks.
That's what I say. Yeah.
Yeah.
And did we cover all your topics before we do that?
Looking ahead.
Mention looking ahead.
Looking ahead.
I'm looking at my bullet points, and it says, looking ahead.
What's the looking ahead then?
We're looking ahead. Just look ahead and do the outro. We're done.
Oh,
We're done.
you sign us off. I don't even know what to do. I don't have anything.
And we'll see you next time.
Peace.
Oh, you forgot everything.
I wasn't going to say the whole thing. I was just going to say.
Comment, subscribe, and all that Crap.
Punch the like button, slam the subscribe button, and ding that bell.
As always, we don't have an outro. We'll see you later. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to bleep all that out.
No, don't. Oh. Moron.